All right, let's jump right in. There is a massive hidden problem in manufacturing, one that costs companies billions of dollars and, way more importantly, puts real people at risk every single day. It's a problem that's been around forever, but we're going to look at how AI is finally starting to tackle it.
85%. Just let that number sink in for a second. It's at the very heart of this huge, invisible issue happening on pretty much every factory floor in the world.
So, what exactly is this 85% blind spot? That's the big question we're digging into. And the answer? Well, it affects just about everyone in the manufacturing world.
Okay, first things first, we need to understand the problem. Before we can even talk about a solution, we've got to get a really clear picture of what's going on in this 85% visibility gap.
So, you know how traditional safety checks work, right? A manager walks around with a clipboard, does a scheduled inspection. Well, it turns out that only covers about 15% of the actual workday. The other 85%? That's the gap. That's the blind spot. It's a huge amount of unobserved time where really anything can happen.
And this is the kind of stuff that happens in that gap. It's not usually some big dramatic event. Nope, it's the small, everyday things that add up. A technician forgets to put on the right gloves, a forklift zips into a pedestrian-only zone, an employee takes a risky shortcut just to save a few seconds. These are the exact kinds of things a scheduled walkthrough is pretty much guaranteed to miss.
And believe me, those small, unseen moments, they come with a huge price tag. Let's take a look at the real, tangible consequences of this 85% gap.
Okay, now look at this number. Over 75%. This is a big one. This represents the majority of workplace accidents. And you guessed it, they are directly tied to that blind spot we were just talking about. So here's the kicker. More than 3/4 of all accidents, they're not from some catastrophic equipment failure. They happen because someone, somewhere, didn't follow a basic safety rule. And those small, unseen slip-ups are exactly what's happening inside that 85% blind spot. So we've laid out the problem. It's big, it's dangerous, and it's expensive. The obvious question is, what do you do about it? Well, the solution lies in making the infrastructure you already have way smart.
And that's where CamSense AI comes in. Now, it's really important to get what this is and what it isn't. It's not about ripping out all your old security cameras. No, it's an intelligent oversight layer. It basically plugs into the cameras you already have and gives them a brain, letting them actively watch and, this is the key part, actually understand what's happening on the floor in real time.
And maybe the best part? It's a totally non-disruptive upgrade. It's designed to work with the cameras you already own. That means you can have it installed and up and running in just a few weeks without some massive, expensive overhaul that would shut down production.
So how does it work in practice? It's this simple, proactive, three-step loop. First, the AI spots something unsafe, like a worker not wearing the right safety gear. Second, bam, an instant alert goes directly to a supervisor's phone or tablet. And third, that supervisor can intervene right then and there, stopping a potential injury before it even has a chance to happen.
Now, that all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work in the real world? Let's get into the hard data and see what the results look like.
And wow, the numbers really do speak for themselves. A 45% reduction in workplace incidents, that's almost half, right off the bat. Or look at PPE violations, a massive 70% drop. That's not just a number, that's a real culture change. And it's not just about safety either. Efficiency gets a boost too, with a 22% improvement in staff uptime. And check this out for a financial win. One manufacturer got a full return on their investment in just 1 month. How? The system prevented a single high-cost incident, an accident that would have cost more than the entire system itself. Okay, so whenever you talk about putting cameras and AI in the workplace, there's always that one big question, right? The whole big brother concern. Let's just tackle that head on. For this to work, it all comes down to framing it like this. This system is a guardian there to protect people, not a big brother looking to punish them. It's not about catching people making mistakes. It's a tool to keep them from getting hurt. It's an extra set of eyes watching everyone's back. And getting that idea across is everything. Because when a worker actually sees the system prevent an accident, like a real one that could have hurt their friend, that builds an incredible amount of trust. It shifts the culture from just being about compliance to being about a shared responsibility for keeping everyone safe. So, when you put all this together, what does it really mean for the future of manufacturing? Well, it represents a fundamental change in how we even think about safety and operations.
Think about it. We're moving away from the old way, passive surveillance. That means digging through hours of footage after something terrible has already happened. The new way? It's all about active, intelligent insights that send you real-time alerts to stop things before they ever happen. It's the critical shift from being reactive to being proactive. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What happens to your safety, your efficiency, and your entire company culture when that 85% blind spot just vanishes? What happens when your visibility finally becomes total?